I didn't flinch. Instead, I let the corner of my mouth curl into something that resembled a smile. Calm, controlled, calculated. "That man," I said, sliding the crisp folder across the polished mahogany between us, "wasn't looking at me. He's looking at you. He's the forensic accountant tracing your embezzlement. By the way," I tapped the papers with a manicured nail, "you'll notice the divorce agreement has been updated. Since you hid assets, I now own 70%. He laughed, a brittle, ugly sound. "You'll never prove it." The door burst open. Boots thundered on the hardwood. Uniforms filled the space like storm clouds. The lead officer didn't need to announce why they were here. His silence was enough. I looked back at my husband, my soon-to-be ex. I leaned in slightly, lowering my voice, just enough to twist the knife. "Oops, your mistress flipped first. Funny, isn't it? I hired her to seduce you." His face drained of color. That was the moment I knew I'd won. I remember the first time I saw him. He had a presence that filled the room, a man who could make you believe he'd already claimed the ground beneath your feet. I was young, too willing to mistake charm for character. He carried promises in his eyes, promises of loyalty, of a future we would build together. I believed him. The years blurred. Dinners, whispered plans, the dream of a home we swore would never break. I defended him when others questioned his integrity. I thought love was trust. I thought trust was safety. But then, the late nights, the guarded phone calls, a scent of perfume clinging to him that wasn't mine. At first, I told myself stories. He was tired, stressed, misunderstood. But stories unravel when facts cut through. It was the hotel receipt that broke the illusion. His name, her name, the same room, the same bed. My hands trembled only once, holding that slip of paper. After that, the trembling stopped. Grief turned to clarity. I realized he wasn't just unfaithful, he was careless. And carelessness is a lever if you know how to use it. I didn't scream. I didn't confront. I studied. His business accounts didn't match the lifestyle he flaunted. Too many transfers, too many shadows. I began keeping my own ledger. Small discrepancies became patterns. Patterns became proof. I knew rage would only burn me out. What I needed was patience. Patience sharpens into strategy. So I waited. I played the dutiful wife. I smiled when he lied to my face, even kissed him when he returned from her bed. I let him think I was blind, because a man like him, arrogant, entitled, thrives on the illusion of superiority. He believed I would never leave. He believed I was weak. He didn't know weakness was my disguise. The mistress was easy to find, beautiful, brittle, desperate for validation. The type of woman he couldn't resist. I reached out to her first, paid her in secrets instead of money. She didn't know I was the wife when we met. I let her think I was just another burned woman with a score to settle. What she didn't realize was that she was my weapon. I fed her his desires, his vulnerabilities. She performed them for him like a mirror. And while she tangled herself around him, I collected evidence piece by piece. Every transaction, every hidden account, every lie. The forensic accountant confirmed what I already suspected. Embezzlement from his own partners, money funneled through shell companies, enough to destroy him. All I needed was the right moment to pull the thread. That moment came tonight. I had invited him to dinner under the guise of reconciliation. He dressed sharp, arrogant as ever, still convinced he could charm me back into silence. He didn't notice the way I moved, the way I held myself. He didn't realize the war was already over. I watched his eyes as he read the papers, confusion first, then anger, then the flicker of fear he tried to bury beneath his sneer. "You'll never prove it." His voice cracked on the word prove. That was enough proof for me. The police came in right on cue. Perfect timing. They always arrive late in his world, except tonight. When I told him about the mistress, how she had turned first, how I had orchestrated it all, his jaw tightened, then slackened, like a mask slipping. The betrayal hit him harder than any accusation I could have thrown. Not just that she'd betrayed him, but that I'd planted her, chosen her, controlled every step of the fall. I didn't need to shout. I didn't need to gloat. Silence can be louder than fury when timed right. Now, as I sit here watching him led away, cuffs biting into his wrists, I feel no sorrow, no regret, only the steady rhythm of justice. People ask if revenge heals. It doesn't. The wound never closes the same way, but it cauterizes. It stops the bleeding.